Hello and welcome to FireTech Talk, the Brooks Equipment video series where we discuss everything from products all the way to codes and regulations. I'm your host, Jacob Duncan, here today with Jeff Terry. Jeff, great to have you on.
Thanks for having me, appreciate it.
Absolutely. So today we're going to be discussing the general public and effective use of fire extinguishers. Now, FEMA has a ton of educational resources available to the public, and I came across this interesting study that was published by WPI and Eastern Kentucky University called Ordinary People and Effective Operation of Fire Extinguishers. And that's what I'd really love to discuss with you today.
Great, that's a really important study for us because it absolutely shows that the general public, civilians, can safely use portable extinguishers every day.
Excellent. So my first question, what was the purpose of the study and what were you trying to determine?
Sure, good question. So the purpose of the study was all the time, and especially several years ago when we were interacting with code officials, they would say to us, people just need to get out of a building. As soon as someone's going to pick up a portable extinguisher, they're putting themselves in harm's way and it's dangerous. Well, we all knew that people were using extinguishers every day and that they're safe and effective and they're not hurting themselves. We didn't have any data and we didn't have a study. So what we wanted to do with that study is we wanted to actually show what's the real world experience of people using extinguishers. Can they pull the pin? Can they safely use the extinguisher? And we have since used that, and we've had the researchers who put that study together, and we've had them go to code meetings, we've had them go to state fire marshal conventions, and to educate folks to show people can safely use extinguishers, and they're not putting themselves in harm's way, and they're an important tool.
So how was the study conducted and how long did it last?
Sure, so the study was done over about 6 months. It's about 300 folks, both in Worcester and then also in Kentucky, all age ranges. And we wanted to show that older people and younger people can safely pull the pin, and older people and younger people and folks in the middle can absolutely use an extinguisher and not put themselves in harm's way.
So what were the findings, and was it a conclusive study?
Absolutely, it was a conclusive study. And the findings showed a number of important things. One, 98% of people were able to successfully pull the pin and use the extinguisher. Now, we had regulators who were telling us that seniors can't pull the pin. Well, this study shows that you can. Most importantly, showed that just about 75% of the people successfully use the extinguisher and successfully put out the fire. And they used the proper technique. You know, they actually read the label on the extinguisher, and that label's there for a reason, and it makes sense. They did it safely. You know, so this was on one of those digital Bolex training systems, and I think only about 4% of people used a technique that was unsafe, which was just pretty much turning their back on the fire. Just as importantly, it showed that with just 1 or 2 minutes of training, almost 100% of people were able to use the extinguisher and put out the fire. Now that's really helpful because when we're dealing with some regulators, they will say, I have no problem with extinguishers, but I just want people to be trained. And I think that training is a half a day or a day of training. Now, that's a long time, and it's going to be really tough to get someone to do that. So with this study, we're able to show just a couple minutes of training. That's all people need.
Well, Jeff, that's about all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me. A lot of fun.
Absolutely. And thank you for watching. Until next time.